Hello, everyone, and good morning. Mark O'Donnell here with Operations Excellence. I'm here today with Matt Masur of Growth Mode Technology. Matt, thanks again for having us in to do this.
Anytime.
So, Matt, I know you're in the IT business. What differentiates, what's different that you bring to your potential clients from other IT companies?
It's a wonderful question, Mark, and I really appreciate you asking me that because the reality is it's true. You can't throw a rock in Syracuse or any city and not hit an IT company of some sort. But you know what's different about Growth Mode? What we do is almost similar or a better comparison to what you do, Mark, where our goal is to make a business better. We, in many cases, are working to not just necessarily fix things, but really move the organization forward, save money, reduce waste, get things done in a more efficient manner. I like analogies a lot, and I think a real good analogy is we are most IT providers in our industry are very similar to an ambulance company, right? In an emergency, they will be there quick and they will fix you up if something goes wrong. And you need that. That's critical. We provide that service as well. But the problem is, and again, if you're thinking in that analogy, there's many companies that use the ambulance as their only form of healthcare. And as we all know, as we've gotten up in age and started to need to see the doctor a little more frequently, there's something to be said about a level of service and of care that goes beyond just when something's broken, just when there's an emergency. And that's where we really try to set ourselves apart. We are not here to just keep that old thing running for another 2 years.
Right.
We'll make sure that the business doesn't miss a beat, don't get me wrong, but our real goal, our real intention is to help the organization use all that technology really promises, all these things that the future that we've seen in sci-fi for so many years. So many of these technologies are here, they're available for us. In many cases, companies are already paying for them and don't even know it. Our goal is to kind of make them better, make their organization better, and make the employees, the folks that are on the ground in these organizations, really have the easiest experience. We take the mundane and the monotonous things that bog people down and try to make their careers, their positions a little better.
So do you, that's a great explanation. Do you have an example of a recent project or projects with clients where you've been able to help them drive improvement and really kind of take them to a different level to improve their organization?
Yeah, absolutely. So many different things, but I guess one most recently, we had a client that we picked up from another organization who they had worked with in the past, and this organization, this client of ours, has multiple employees spread all over the world. And previously, they had an absolute nightmare allowing those folks to work together as they needed to, giving them access to the resources they needed to work together. We were able to come in a relatively short amount of time and implement some new and more modern remote access features and some ways using the Microsoft Cloud to make the data, the files, the various applications that these folks need immediately available to them in ways they did not have before in solutions that work with much more efficiency. So a gentleman literally told us once we set him up, hey, I can now use these multiple screens at home to do my work, which is crazy to think that you couldn't do that previously. But he says, you've just now doubled my productivity.